So now that we have an up-to-date profile and the students can learn more about our organization, we're ready to start posting projects. So once you're at that point, you want to go to this next tab over that says Open and select that. And this tab will have a list of all the projects that your organization currently has open that students can apply to. So once you first get started, you'll have a notification similar to this one, just letting us know that we don't have any projects posted, and it will prompt us to create a new one. So I'm going to go ahead and select that button to create a new project. So getting started, we're going to do an About section for the project. And I want to start out with the project name. So for me, I need some marketing research done. Department, I'm going to stick with marketing there as well. And then you'll be able to include a project description. And in this section, you want to be specific about what the project is that you want the student to do and what are the deliverables, the specific outcomes you want the student to have achieved once they complete the project. Just so the student is aware of what you're asking for them and they can produce the best outcome possible for your organization. So I'm going to put this as a test project because I will be launching this onto the platform. I don't want anyone to apply to it. So yeah, just being very specific there. Next, you'll be able to include estimated hours and a cost. So I don't think this marketing research is going to take too long. Just want them to kind of look at some of our competitors in this space and see what they're doing. So I'm going to say roughly like 5 hours. And then you'll be able to include a cost as well. And so there's a connection between the estimated hours and the recommended cost that Parker Dewey suggests once you type in a number. I believe Parker Dewey wants projects to be roughly $15 an hour. So for example, if I type in $50, $10 an hour, I'll get this notification in red here saying that we would suggest increasing the cost. So I'll type that to 75, $15 an hour, looks good. And you can always increase that price point too if you're able to. Next, we're looking at our start date and our end date. So this date is really important because whatever your start date is, you want to make sure you allot enough time for the project to be in the platform and for students to see it and apply to it before the project starts. So I would say give yourself roughly like 2 to 3 weeks after posting it. So knowing that today is the 16th, no one's going to start this project immediately. So I'm going to put December 7th. Gives, a little over 2 weeks for the students to see it and apply for it, and also for us on our end to review their applications, make sure they'll be a good fit. So if they're starting December 7th and it's going to take roughly 5 hours for them to complete this project, I'll give them 2 weeks. So let's say the Sunday right before the holiday week. Hopefully they can send something to us, find 5 hours within that time frame to complete this project and ship something over. Next, we're looking at location, and this is actually pretty important in regards to how students find opportunities within the platform. So as a student, and I'll be showing you this in a later video, I can't search for companies within Parker Dewey. I can only look at a list of current projects in the system, or I can narrow it down based on location. So it's important for us within the UVM Micro-internship program that you're listing Vermont as your location, regardless if it's remote or on-site, just because we'll be prompting students to search for Vermont, and then they'll be able to see the list of opportunities along with that UVM Micro-internship logo. So I'm going to put in Burlington, Vermont, just to make sure that we populate once students filter for location, and this project's going to be remote for sure. And then here, you can include desired skills. And this section works pretty similar to a skills section on LinkedIn, where you can put skills that you have on your profile, and then employers can also post similar skills, and you see that your profile matches this job by whatever percentage. Same kind of system here. So I'm going to type in research as a skill. I'm going to type in marketing analytics tools as a skill. And let's see, do they have, PowerPoint, because I would like some sort of presentation at the end of this too. So there's just a few skills that could be important for this project. Feel free to sift through this list and include as many as you think would be best for the projects that you're posting. And next, the amount of consultants that you'd like working on the project, which are the students that you have working on the project. You can have more than one. I think for this one, it's a smaller project. We're just going to keep it at one. And you can preference if you want current students working on it or recent grads or alums working on the project. For us, no preference here. Just want the person who's best fit for the job to get it. And so once you have all this information in here, once again, click Save, and you'll be able to then add some application questions. So every project on the platform has this question to start. Why do you think you'd be a good fit for this position? And then employers can add further application questions if they want to learn more about the people who are applying to the projects they're putting in the platform in order to help make the best decision. So you could ask some skill-based questions if you want. You could ask some questions just about experiences working in similar settings. But for me, knowing that the UVM micro-internship program's working with local small businesses and startups, I'll just throw an extra question in here saying, what excites you about working for a small business / startup? Hopefully we'll get to learn a little bit more about the students and what kind of excites them about this whole process. So have that question added, and we're ready to post. Cool. So now you see this open tab, we have it highlighted, and we have our marketing research position posted. So in the next video, what you'll see is what it's going to look like from the student perspective when they dive into the platform and start searching for opportunities.